Okay, so we're back with Brian today with the Grow Your Own Beer project. And where are we at today, Brian?
Right, we're doing a harvest, which we're doing it. There's another one.
The buggers.
Right, so we've got we're doing the harvest. Fortunately, it's just about right. I don't know. Can you do a zoom? Oh, that might be a bit over actually.
Let's have a look at that one. Right,
Okay.
looks pretty healthy, that pal.
So we've got the right colour,
Right.
and if I stick my fingernail in it, it's nice and hard. So that's well ripe. I'm just nipping them off. Apparently this is the way the Celts used to do it.
Right.
You just nip them off by hand. I'll come back with a sickle if I want the straw. So as you can see, if you've seen previous videos, got battered. Got really battered. And we were thinking, was it lodging? Have I planted them too close? Was it this? Was it that? Was it an animal? And today we've chased 3 rats out of it.
The little buggers.
Very well fed rats. They look really good. However, I'm down a considerable amount of belly. It's been battered. Still, we've got something to show for it. So I'm going to take it all in, whether they're ripe or not, because I'm sick of feeding the rats. Just a bit selfish like that, you know. They've had enough.
Is it true that these rats have the shiniest coats in Great Lever, Brian?
Beautiful, absolutely. Really, they're really healthy rats.
They're little buggers, aren't they? So we'll just have a look at some of the decimation, folks, while we're while Brian's cropping some. I mean, if you look at previous videos, the growing side of this project has been absolutely bob on. These were grown in perfect rows and furrows, but just look at the decimation that these little buggers have caused. So, how much would you need to make a small amount of beer then, Brian? Is there any? Can it be scaled down?
Now you're asking me one of those questions off the top of my head. I think you're going to need, for something like 5 gallons, you're going to need a few kilos.
Right.
And if I get back what I've put in after the little feast, I'm going to be lucky, I think. So I've got to choose, do I hold this back for planting next year, or do I just make some out of what I've got? I'm going to have to make that decision in a little bit, but yeah, it's I'm happy that we're at this point, to be honest with you.
I mean, the one thing, you know, despite the rats, you know how to grow barley now, don't you?
That was the aim.
That was
the aim.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a first time project on this. No, it can be done. Cat came up with a really good idea, because what was happening is, as you can see, there's quite a lot of undergrowth at the back. So we were trying to discourage them by putting netting around. We didn't have enough netting to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
And they have punched a hole in it. However, it was a good idea. Plus, it was the idea being that it was something fresh, and I believe rats don't like things new. However, these ones don't seem to give a bugger.
Yeah.
They're quite happy to get in there and have the oaty breakfast, dinner and tea, by the looks of things. So that's about it. I mean, at the end of the day, we'll have a look and see how much we've got visually, and if
then
we
make
do
your
a
decision then.
video, I'll hopefully have weighed them by then. One thing I'm going to do with future, I'm going to carry on going grains, is I'm going to start, I've got a vernier caliper, so I'm going to actually start measuring the size of the grains, weighing them before I plant them, and then seeing what the outcome is.
Yeah.
Because if we're continually decreasing the size of the grains, we're not winning,
Yeah,
even if
of
we're getting more kilos. So we're going to carry on with that. However, we can go and have a look at the hops if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, could have a quick butcher's.
look.
Okay, so we're over at Brian's Hop Vine, and just a quick rundown, Brian. Back to when did you plant this originally?
Good question. It would have been April, I think, which was late. It was late whenever I planted it.
Yeah.
It was April, May, something like that.
It's doing well though, isn't it? I mean, look at the bugger now, everyone.
Well, we were talking whether we'd get a first crop or not, because it had a bad start. It got knocked about in the post, it got knocked about here, it got this and that, and like now, unfortunately, we can't really show you what's going on.
Some young hops though.
Oh yes, there's loads. Absolutely.
We've got it down at this level as well, Bryce, so we can just show people who are watching.
So we've got it's just completely covered.
Yeah, there's plenty, isn't there?
And what we can't see is the amount of growth that's on top of the container.
So how many runners did you put over?
I put 3 up. I think 1 or 2 more sneaked up afterwards. But as you can see, you get a main runner, and then one's dropping off it. So, and these are just, there's just loads on. Whether we get them to complete fruition, all of them, if they are, I'm going to have to make some homebrew buddies to actually get them used, because
yeah, there could be quite a few, couldn't there?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people use them. They have a soporific effect, apparently. It's a nice smell, so I'm sure people will be using them.
When I had a vine in my back garden for about 8 years,
Yeah.
and I tried a few experiments. I made a brew with them,
Oh yeah.
and I got a bloody good sleep that night. You know, a real sort of calming sleep. And all I did, I boiled the hops in water for about 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Let them cool down a little bit, banged them in a cup with a bit of honey,
Yeah.
and it tasted all right as well.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So-
I'll definitely give that a go. We do appear to have a caterpillar here. I don't know what variety that is.
Oh dear.
It's all right.
Yeah, they won't
To be
do
honest
great
with you,
deals.
At this point, it's not a big problem.
No.
And it's only the one caterpillar. It might even get to stay there. It might go in the hedge. I'm not sure. But I mean, if you step back, and there's no way you're going to be able to see all of the growth up there.
No, it's
The thing I would have done differently is, like I said, we were going to be sharing this spot, so I did want to keep it away from other people. It's very sticky, and it will, on burst skin as you're walking past, it's not a pleasant experience.
yeah. Well, I remember getting covered in scratches for nearly a decade, and sometimes you don't even feel it. You go in the house and you've got scratches all over your arms, and you think, "Where's all that lot from?"
Okay, I'll move it. Just one moment. I would have put that round there so it gets the full sun,
Yeah.
and it would have kicked off faster. But looking at it as it is, and the amount of growth on top,
Yeah, they look pretty healthy, mate. I think you've still done right, haven't you?
it's done okay.
Putting in there.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thanks for that, Brian, and
All right, Steve.
we'll catch up with you later in the year, and we'll see what decision you make on the barley. But once again, the most well-fed rats in Bolton. They've got silky, shiny coats, the little buggers.
Well, at least I won't be passing on any malnourishment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Thanks for your time, Bryce. See you later, pal.